had to walk on the fence. Like, I don't know, like, you see all those movies where they are like one tiny ledge close to a mountain where you have to put your leg and be walking 1 feet at a time sideways. That was literally it. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time you're seeing me, take a good look at my face. I'm gonna be Vanessa. I appreciate you clicking on this video. It could be somewhere else, it could be anywhere else, but you decided to watch my video, so thank you very much. You are very much loved and appreciated. So I would like you to join my family by quickly subscribing. So hit that subscribe button if you have not subscribed. Follow me on my social medias, and yeah. So today's video is gonna be a story time. So it's gonna be a very interesting one. I don't know if it's very interesting, but it's an interesting story. So let's get into the video. So it happened like years ago when I was in secondary school. So I think I was in junior secondary school 2 that time. And yeah, so me and some of my classmates, it was during exam period. We had finished writing exam. I think it was the last day of our exam. We had finished writing exam before school closes normally by 2 o'clock, and we finished say 12. So we had time on our hand before we could go home and everything. Our parents didn't know, so we're like, let's go and pluck guava. Mind you, we've gone there before. We've gone to pluck guava before. There was one of my classmates, Tony. He knows it lives in the compound where we usually go plug the guava. It's in an abandoned brewery company, so they no longer produce their beers and everything. So I was like, you know how all these companies are, they're usually very big. So that day we said, let's go. We had gone before, we always succeed and everything. So we said we normally scale a fence to enter because we are going to steal. They do not give us permission to take the guava. We went to steal guava. So we scaled the fence. We're like 5 that went that day. We scaled the fence and we enter. We plucked the guava. That guava was very sweet, actually. Like, I don't know if it was worth us almost dying, but that guava was sweet. So we scaled the fence and yeah, we went inside. We plucked the guava. So we're about to scale the fence and go back to school and do whatever. So one woman, she now caught us. She was like, where are you going? Blah, blah, blah. She shouted at us because Tony was there. So Tony talked to her and she was like, blah blah, we shouldn't try it again and all this. So we're like, okay. But she was like, there's no way she's going to let us scale the fence to go out. That it's only thieves. We are thieves already, but it's only thieves that scale fences. So we have to go and pass through the main gate. And like I said, the place is very big. So where we pass, the back side to the front side is like a distance. So I said, okay. So we now decided to go and pass the front gate. But what happened was that front gate, if I'm passing the front gate back to my school, I'm going to pass like my house. There's a lane and I'm going to pass my house. My friend Tony too was going to pass his house too. I think someone else too, like their parents lived along the road too. So we said that there's no way you can pass here because they will ask us what are we doing. And me too, I had to pick up my younger sister from primary school because they had not finished the exam. So there's no way. I did not want to risk my mom seeing me without my mom. I used to be so scared of my mom growing up. Like, I used to be very scared of her because she was very strict. And when I was a teacher, I used to bring long cane from school to come. I used to flog. So I used to be I used to be scared of my mom growing up. So we said I don't want to risk it though. So if I was with my younger sister now, I could have easily gone home without. So if she sees me, so when I said, so Tony now said, okay, he knows another way that we could pass. So we're standing our house. The way to our school is when you are standing along the road, it's to the left. So he said he knows another way to the right, and most of our houses were on that right side. So he knows another way on the right side. Our houses were on the left side to our school. There's another way on the left side of the road that we could pass. So we're like, okay, no problem, let's go. Not knowing that we're going to have a journey of a lifetime that will never, I don't think I will ever forget this story. I'm going to tell this story to my kids when I give birth. So we said, okay, let's go. We were going. So when at when we got to a particular point, so turning out to not tell us all this on scenes, so maybe we would have done the consequences. So there was like a very high fence we had to scale, but it was like himself, apparently he didn't know the fence is like, it wasn't high. I think they just like fixed the fence, so we had to scale a very high fence. That fence was high, it was higher than 2-story building, like. But the thing is that because children around that area, they usually scale the fence, so there were like dents on the wall where you could put your hands and your legs and those things to climb. So we climbed the thing, and when I sat down on top of the fence, I was so scared. Like, I literally did not want to jump, but I was already there and just pushed me. I was very lucky I did not fall, maybe stupidly fall on my legs, I broke my legs or something, but I fell on my feet. So we continued our journey. That was not it all. When we got to a point, it was raining season that period, so by that time rain had already fallen. I live in Delta State, and it's kind of like a riverine. I don't know if I should call it a riverine area, but it was waterlogged. So by the time we got to the place, like water, usually when rain falls, heavy rain falls. I live in the tropical area. Rainfall in tropical area is different from, so when rain falls, like, it's usually very heavy. The pour is very heavy, and it could cover you. Like, it was reaching us, so it was like Tony was like, we cannot just walk on that place, and there's usually snakes in that place. So we had snakes and lots of water, so we were very scared. We literally had to walk on the fence. Like, I don't know, like, you see all those movies where they are like one tiny ledge close to a mountain where you have to put your leg and be walking 1 foot at the time sideways. That was literally it, and we were too scared to fall because first the water was deep and we don't want to die. Snakes should not bite us and we die. Like, there was no way we could have gotten to the hospital in time if snake had bitten any one of us. So past that one, we have not even finished. We now went to the Great Sea. We now got to another place. There's no way we could. There was no fence to climb, no nothing. The water was so much. Like, the water was was so much that we could not pass. So we had to literally swim. Mind you, out of the 5 of us, only 2 could swim well and 1 could barely swim. So me, when I got there, I was like, I could not swim. I was already crying that I could not swim. So Tony, my hero, I used to have a crush on that boy. This life. So Tony carried me, and we got to, because the distance wasn't that much. So he carried me, and I got to the other side of the water. So this is where somebody, like 2 people, almost died. So there was one boy, he had already passed, like, was already like almost halfway, but his sandals fell from his feet, and it was like he had to go back and pick his sandals. He had to go back, so he went back to pick his sandals, and he started drowning. And when we were growing up, they used to tell us that, I know now it's obvious that when you enter inside water, is this superstition that when you enter inside water will throw you out 3 times, and if it throws you out 3 times and you were not able to get out of the water, like the water will drag you down and you will drown and you will die. So we turned back. I think it was like it's already on his second time, and we were so scared. Like, we're scared I was going to die because I had actually drank a lot of water by that time. So one of my friend, so my very good friend Ekoma, she now decided that she was going to go back and carry him, but she wasn't. I don't know if she was not that much of a good swimmer. But in that process where Martins was trying to, the one that went back to Sanders fell, where he was trying to come out of the water, now started pushing her inside. Like, they were now like they were the both of them were drowning, because it was like, I think I was trying to climb on her, but it was like submerging her in water. So the both of them, they were now drowning. You know, see confusion. So turning quickly, by the time he quickly dropped me in the water outside on the shore, so somebody, he quickly went back and carried them, and the other guy that could swim went back, he carried 2 of them, and that's how we successfully came out of the valley of the shadow of death. Listen, it's funny now. I look back at it and I laugh, but that day we were so scared for our lives. We literally thought we were going to die. Like, when I saw that fence to jump, when I saw the distance from the fence to the ground, I was like, God, this is how I'm going to break my leg or something. But we thank God, like, we were safe and we came out of that place. None of us died. So what we just did is there was an uncompleted building. So the girls went, we were like 2 girls, maybe 3 girls. We went to the back, we took off our school uniform. Our school uniform was those ones that dries quickly. So we, like, you know, where 2 people are like squeezing the uniform, so we like squeezed the uniform, we yanked it, and like to an extent we waited for a while, then we wore our school uniform, we went back to school like nothing happened. Nobody even knew that anything, that we almost died, and we almost, like, it's God that saved us that day. And we got there, somebody was not asking us for the guava that is almost died for. That guava was blood guava, because it was our life that we risked for it. Somebody was not asking us for it, and I think we told her to follow us that day. Said, me, I don't give anybody. Just carried myself, went to the primary school, carried my younger sister. We went home. I just put my school uniform and put everything, hid it in one corner, and that's how life continued. Funny, now that I'm thinking about it, funny, my house was not exactly even along the road. My house there was like a lane, like you have to go through a lane, then you turn before you get to my house. But I was also scared because of, like, and we're all just so scared that we did not. But thinking about it now, it was not worth it though. If anything had happened to one of us that day, it was just God that saved us actually. If anything that happened to one of us that day, only God knows what would have been saying that because of guava. But that guava was sweet, man. It was very sweet. That's the end of my story time. I hope you enjoyed it. So thank you for watching. If you have not subscribed yet, if you watch this, if you go to the end of this video, I'd really MVP actually. Subscribe and thank you. And that'll be it. I'll see you in my next video. Ciao.